Welcome back to another episode of Raw Talk, where we get 0 F's over here. I know y'all need to do me a solid. If this your first time tapping in, make sure you smash that like, hit that subscription, set those notification bells. Today, we are going to be talking about Mr. Stephan Stearns, the despicable, the disgusting, the creature from down under. We'll be getting into him today and what will happen to Stephan Stearns at Florida State Prison. Now, I know I hear a lot of creators saying this will happen to him, that will happen to him, this will happen to him, but none of these creators did 10 years in Florida Department of Corrections like me. And it's nothing to brag about, nothing to boast about. But when it comes to the chain gang, 10 years of my life was spent there. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. So for those of you that don't know who the disgusting individual is named Stephan Stearns, I'm going to give you some backstory on his case. Stephan Stearns was tried and convicted of taking advantage of a little girl, which was his stepdaughter, her whole life. Ultimately, until she turned about 17 years old, and he thought, maybe she's going to tell somebody what I've been doing to her whole life. So instead, he decided to take her off this planet, to which he unalived his 17-year-old stepdaughter after taking advantage of her majority of her life. The details of the case is crazy. Not only did he take advantage, he documented it. He took pictures. There's thousands of photos that were found in his Google Drive. Just the scum of the earth. And when we talk about, when you hear people in the prison genre say chomos and this, that, and the third, and this is the person we're talking about. This is the person that we want castrated. The individuals like this, we want them taken off the face of the earth. And unfortunately, in the United States criminal justice system, they tend to show leniency to chomos. And I fully believe if Stephan Stearns didn't unalive his stepdaughter and it was just a case of him being a chomo and she was still alive to testify against him, I fully believe the court system would not have give us due diligence. They would have maybe given him 5 years, 10 years in prison, even though he would have deserved to be castrated and sentenced to life. Ultimately, he ended up taking her life. So now, in my book, he deserves the. If anybody is a prime example for the death penalty cases in Florida, it's Stephan Stearns. If anybody needed to get a DP, it was Stephan Stearns. 110%. Don't know why they gave him life. Don't know why they worked the deal out with him. I'll never understand. They need to put him down under. They should castrate him before they put him down under. But that's neither here or there. We're here to talk today about what will happen to him as soon as he touches Florida State Prison. Now, I know a lot of people hear stories like, chomos, they as soon as they get to the chain gang, they're going to get run down on and they're going to get taken off the compound, maybe life flighted and this, that, and the third. And that may be true for your state. That may be true for California. That may be true for Utah. That may be true for Arizona. But in the state of Florida, and I'm not the one who makes the rules. I'm just here to tell you how it is. In the state of Florida, people don't do paperwork checks when you walk in the dorm. They don't, as soon as you walk in the dorm, somebody doesn't say, hey, let me see your paperwork, blah, 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 blah. Now, that being said, it's not often that chomos are hunted in Florida prison. But with Stephan Stearns' case, it was publicly broadcasted all over the news. It was publicly played in every prison, because every prison you go to, there's somebody in the dorm that's watching Channel 7 News or Channel 10 News or ABC News. And you better not turn that TV, because they're going to put something right in your neck if you try to turn that TV. So you better believe there were people on the inside that know what Stephan Stearns did. Now, what will happen to him when he gets to Florida prison? I can tell you that from my experience, Stephan Stearns has money. And in Florida prison, money goes a long way. Now, you don't have to be standing on all 10. You don't have to be fighting 1,000. But if you got money, you can pay for protection, right? Now, I have talked to a couple people on the inside, and from what I know, he is currently being extorted by the Blood Gang. But again, this man has a life sentence, so he can change in a heartbeat. And from my 10 years in prison, I've seen Chomos come in, and I've seen them not standing on business at all. They won't fight for themselves. They'll get their food taken. Eventually, what happens is they become somebody's girlfriend. Now, I know everybody's like, whoa, we went from extortion to girlfriend. Yes, Stephan Stearns has a long sentence the rest of his life. So for right now, yeah, the Bloods might have a hold of him. And the Bloods, they're extorting every bit of, dollar they can get out of him. Rightfully so, they should. But it only lasts so long. He's got a life sentence. That person who's protecting him can be moved within the next year or two. And when he gets moved and there's no protection around for Stephan Stearns, I can guarantee you 100% that the booty bandits will be moving in. Chomos in Florida prison are a prime target for booty bandits. And I know you guys think that, some people might think the booty bandit thing is a whole folklore or maybe, prison myth, but I'm here to tell you it's not. There are actual booty bandits in prison. There are actual people that have 3-4 life sentences. Now, true enough, they might not just run down on you and hold you down and take it from you. See, they've elevated the booty bandits in prison. They've elevated. Now, they're going to finesse you. They're going to give you some food. They're going to tell you you're okay. And in Stephan Stearns' case, they're going to say, hey, come here. You're protected. Come up under my wing. You will be my girlfriend. You are protected. So all in all, Stephan Stearns' fate for right now, he is currently being extorted by Blood members. However, and you heard this from Pino, I can tell you that it won't last forever. And within 5 years, Stephan Stearns will be somebody's girlfriend. 100%, hands down, he will be somebody's girlfriend. He will be playing house. He will be in his prison cell every morning, waking up, getting a mop and a broom, cleaning the cell for his new daddy. And daddy's going to get a piece of that thing every single night. Rightfully so. And I never thought I would say rightfully so to that disgusting act. But he deserves every bit of it. He deserves to get his backside taken for the rest of his life. Not only does he deserve to get his backside taken for the rest of his life, but he deserves to get abused in that cell by his daddy. He deserves to get hurt in that cell by his daddy. And ultimately, I wish his daddy would take him off this earth. That was another episode of Raw Talk. Listen, if y'all are interested in the Stephan Stearns case, let me know in the comments. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments ASAP. I try to answer everything. And if you want your comment answered faster, listen, if you want your comment answered faster, if you want to see videos before they're released to everybody else, if you want exclusive content, exclusive interviews, exclusive one-on-ones with Pino on Instagram, sign up with the membership down below. I promise you, it will be worth your time. Love y'all. F. Stephan Stearns.